Look at that beautiful sky. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Good God Almighty. We got some rain these last few days. Hallelujah, God is so good. Let's do a June garden tour so y'all can see how my desert garden is doing, soil friends. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Welcome back to my channel, 357 Gardening, where we live, laugh, and garden every day. We're gardening to feed our souls better soul food. I'm Anquisha, and welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new here, subscribe, leave me a like, comment, let me know where you're watching from, what zone you're in. How's your garden doing this season? We are in summer here in the desert, so why not do a June garden tour so y'all can see what I have in the garden? The pest has been pesting, okay? Birds have been stealing seeds from my sunflowers, okay? What did I ever do? It's okay. That tells me that I'm doing something right. The soil is so lovely in my garden. I have a planter that I want to show y'all that is a few years old. I haven't touched the soil, and the soil is just like so rich. I just sowed some seeds. We'll talk about that in the garden tour and let y'all see what I have. I am gonna be so transparent. This year, I planted things late. Like, I started my seeds and put all my transplants out late. So we'll talk about all that in the video. So let's get into the video and let's see what's growing here at 357 Gardening. All right, so this is my tomato section, and we'll come over here last. I want to start over here on this side first, and then we'll work our way back. So have been recently trying to figure out what can I grow for summer here in the desert, and it's been a little challenge. It's been a little challenge, but I'll let y'all see what we got going on. Today is June 4th, and we have been getting rain since Sunday. So yes, last night we got some too, and I was like, oh my gosh, I might not have to water the garden, so I'm not gonna water today. I fertilized the garden this week, and I'm gonna fertilize next Monday, so let's check out what I have. I recently added some grow bags over here. I put grow bags on this carpet area that my homeowners that let us rent put down. It helps so much with weeds. Oh my gosh, I have a carpet piece here, a carpet piece over there, and over there in my tomato section. And the weeds have been driving me insane, but these carpets literally keep them from growing over here. So in this section, I got some burgundy okra. This is 3 burgundy okras. I did originally sow like 6 seeds, and I just thinned them out, and they're doing really well. I'll show y'all where I planted more okra and some birds stole the seeds. This is gonna be the Clemson spineless okra. I planted in there, very recent, like a few days ago. I also added some more mammoth sunflowers over there. And these big grow bags are 20 gallons. You can find them on Amazon. They come in packs. And this is a 10-gallon grow bag. So right here, I have cantaloupe growing. It likes to grow here for summer in the desert. And I recently had to plant another seedling that germinated and is doing well. And I have some bush beans. I left two of these plants right here because they were so pretty and I didn't want to pull them. But these are bush beans. There's some marigolds. Look like cilantro's trying to come out. I don't know why. So, and then I put this bamboo. These are bamboo sticks that I put together for the cantaloupe to climb. So that's over here. This is my pepper section. I have banana peppers, a jalapeno plant, Rezha Macedonian peppers, and 2 bell pepper plants. On Monday, I gave all of my plants that have fruits on them, I gave them, and all the peppers right here, I gave them the 0-10-10 fish fertilizer. So it's 0 nitrogen, 10 on the phosphorus, and 10 on the potassium. And I also gave the foliage, the leaves, I gave them some of that fertilizer too, and they look really happy. So I'll let y'all get a little closer here. These are banana peppers. I have been harvesting lots of them, y'all. I have been taking them when they're about this size because I don't want my food to burn in this hot desert sun. So I have been picking them when they get about this size or a little bigger. I have another banana pepper that's loaded right here. I want to leave these alone because they're so tiny still. So I'll let them grow a little more. And this banana pepper is giving new growth, which is awesome. It's doing really well. Over here. And what I want to do is I want y'all to see, I'm going to move my 2 pots with the cage attached just for a second. I'll put them back after the video. So, and this one is well, I'll just leave it there. It's empty, but maybe we can add something to it. I want y'all to see this pepper plant. This pepper plant was doing so sad until I gave it fertilizer. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I have 2 mason jars inside in the fridge. I got to harvest lots of these Rezha Macedonian peppers. Now, I harvested them when they were green because I'm such a scaredy cat. I love spice, but when it's really, really hot stuff, I'm such a chicken and I can't. I'll try a little piece, but my stomach and my body be like, no, we cannot do it. It hurts my tummy if I have too much spice. So I've been trying to watch my spice intakes. These Rezha Macedonian peppers are spicy, not too spicy. They're spicy when they're this color. I did harvest a lot of them green. Now, I did have some that riped to red, and red is hot. So they're very delicious. I've never had them until this year. I got the seeds from Planted in the Garden, Shar and Marv. Shout out to them. They're such a blessing. I got some crazy pepper seeds from them. And I just love how this plant took off. Yeah, there's peppers everywhere. I mean, everywhere. This will probably be like my best pepper plant ever. I think that might be my best pepper plant ever. So, fertilizing really, really helped. My plants were needing fertilization because I hadn't fertilized in a while. So happy that my fairy garden mother blessed me with this 0-10-10 fertilizer, because wow, it's awesome. So yeah, this jalapeno plant doesn't have any fruits yet, but to say that I got it for April 25th from the ranch market across the way, and I topped it when it was much younger, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. So my peppers are mostly just, I'll plant some marigold flowers, and that's about it. Our green onions with my peppers. And then these are my 2 bell peppers. I only harvested 1 bell pepper. I'm gonna be completely honest. Before I threw the fertilizer on these 2 plants recently, they were looking like, you know, they needed help. And so when I fertilized them, they seem to be doing well. There is little buds coming in, I see. So I just have to make sure that I'm on fertilizing this year. In my greenhouse, I'm trying to beat the sun during my garden tour, because it's gonna get, as soon as the sun comes out, it will be blazing. So right now it's 6 in the morning, so I'm trying to hurry up and beat it. But check out the watermelon patch. Oh my gosh, hallelujah, won't he do it, won't he do it. I have a lot of male flowers. I don't have any females yet. This baby just started taking off recently. I don't see any females. And these are in ground, y'all. This is the only plant that I have in ground. This is the Crimson Sweet. Gosh, I don't even know if there's a label down here. Is there a label buried in there somewhere? I'll have to check. But I put marigolds down with my Crimson Sweet watermelon seeds that I got from the library. Those are the seeds I got from the library. They're doing so awesome. Like all of this growth. And I'm leaving my crates in here, so hopefully the watermelons can have somewhere to sit on when I start seeing my watermelons come out. These 2 trays don't really have nothing to show. They are baby microgreens. This is red garnet, Hopi red dye. And then I have, I planted a red garnet in here and a Hopi red dye amaranth seeds. So these 2 are gonna be microgreens. They are heat tolerant varieties. And that's about it in the greenhouse. This is a new fresh bag I just sowed yesterday. Sugar baby watermelons in my 10-gallon grow bag. And this is the planter that has the amazing soil. I haven't touched this soil in a few years. I planted the soil in this planter in 2023. And haven't moved the soil. Just been replanting in it, you know. I'll let y'all get a closer look at what I'm talking about. Look at that. It's so beautiful, y'all. Oh my gosh. So there is Armenian cucumbers. I sowed them on 531. I'm sure marigolds are gonna germinate and pop up in here. This Swiss chard is still doing very lovely. I just have 1 in here. I'm gonna continue to let it grow. It seems to be dealing with the heat well. And then I have this Tomatillo is not gonna make it. It's like it keeps coming to life and then it needs some life support. I don't know. So I'm not gonna be too confident and tell you, hey, this is gonna grow and give us lots of tomatillos. I don't think so. And then these, I believe this is lunchbox peppers that I left in there that I'll probably have to move soon. So Armenian cucumbers are in there. We can plant Armenian cucumbers here in the desert from March to July. So let's see if they germinate and give us cucumbers for the summer. Let's see here. These are my flowers. My moringa tree has growth on it. Look at all that growth. And that is just from one stem. Look at that. One branch that popped out all these beautiful leaves. This is my moringa tree. So I have one moringa cutting that survived in my garden. My rosemary has been doing much better being potted alone. I have way more growth in here versus when it was potted with all my salad. So that's one thing I learned, is my rosemary likes to be alone, just like mint. Mint's very invasive and it will take over, but I noticed when that rosemary was planted in the grow bag with the lettuce, it wasn't growing as fast. And it's very heat tolerant. And this is not a plant that I started. I did pick this one up from the big box store. These are the daisies that still survive during summer. My Gerbera daisies still survive during summer. Charlie's catnip is doing good. I just cut it back. He had a lot of growth. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Charlie. Here is my hibiscus I picked up last fall from the swap meet. Still giving us beautiful flowers. Lots of growth. It's just turning into a beautiful hibiscus tree. I can't wait to start my roselle for fall. Down here, I have some green beans and I have one eggplant. I recently planted two more. I sowed some seeds recently because I want more eggplants, but this is the Black Beauty. I gave it fertilizer too. I gave my green beans and the eggplant, since there's no flowers, I gave them the Miracle Grow that I have, which is 24, 8, and 16 on the NPK. I know a lot of people don't like Miracle Grow or using it, but it's what I have. So I had to fertilize my garden. I am obsessed with black-eyed Susan daisies. Jesus. Aren't they so lovely? These were started from seed last fall. I sowed the seeds right before fall, like the end of summertime. I sowed these seeds. And oh my gosh, this year is the best year. Like, what? These are so pretty. They're so lovely. And you know what? I think I'm gonna come out and grab a few and make me a nice bouquet. I think I'm gonna do that with my daisies. Get me some out the garden. I see some seedlings germinating down there, and I don't know if that's the Mexican sunflower. I did sow Mexican sunflower seeds in here back in April. So I'm not sure if that's what's germinating, but all of these flowers were started from seed last end of summer going into fall of 2024. And this is what I was telling y'all about. The birds have been eating my seeds. This sunflower head right here is completely empty. And what I did, I covered the other ones that I want to save. I want to get the seeds. Those are all gonna be seeds that I can save. So I covered them with my fruit bags that I have. So those are doing awesome. And let's see, there's another Gerbera daisy. And then right here, this is like the last section. And I'll show y'all a couple of my little trees that I have growing on my fruit trees that I started from seed. So I have some sweet basil in this section, some purple Petra basil. I have some tomato plants, some young ones, some San Marzano, some Ace 55. Not too much for y'all to see. These are all like marigold flowers that I started from seed. And my tomatoes, all my tomatoes were started from seed, like my peppers. So not much to see, but look at, you know, the soil is good when you see mushrooms popping up in it. It's a good sign. So those three, I have 2 San Marzano tomato plants. And what I've been doing, soil friends, I've been picking off early blooms. If there's early blooms, I'm picking them off because I need the plant to focus doing something else. It needs to continue to grow and get strong before it starts to push out fruit. It's too small. Looks like I'm gonna have one determinate tomato, which is the Ace 55. This is the Ace 55. No more mint, no more peppermint. Sweet mint is still trying to produce. I cut back the sweet mint yesterday. We have a lunchbox pepper plant that I topped. That's giving new growth and getting strong. This is a lunchbox pepper, and I should put it over there. I'm gonna put it over there with all my other peppers. And right here, I have a couple of sunflowers that I left in this grow bag, and lots of beans. Which beans are these? This is the contender beans, I believe. These are contender green beans. Look at this is a volunteer tomato right here. And it's a cherry. I think it's a cherry because they're tiny. So we got a volunteer tomato in there, a cherry with green beans, the marigold flowers. And this is my volunteer. This is the one that just volunteered in the garden. Just started growing. I didn't sow this seed. So this is indeterminate because it's getting taller and taller. I've had to stake it up to the bamboo stick. I also have a trellis cage in here, a tomato cage. But this is my tomato plant. I just recently harvested 3 beautiful tomatoes off of it. I have a short video showing me cut one off. But this is that indeterminate volunteer. I think it's an early girl. So look at that little baby coming out. So tiny. And I have some sweet basil down here. These were started from seed as well. So it's 2 basil plants. And I've just been coming and picking it. I like how bushy they have gotten. Even this one, as soon as I picked off the top, it just got super bushy. It smells so good. So I have 2 sun gold cherry tomatoes in here. That one's starting to turn. I already ate 2 off. I ate 2 of them. They were super sweet and juicy. So we have one over here, and my other one is right here. I just want them to take over this wire mesh. So I'm training them to go up the wire mesh there. So that's about all I have in the garden. I put 2 of my peppers over here. I might just put them over there with the rest of them. This one started, just all the leaves just started coming off. But now it has new growth on it back there. I'm gonna go put these peppers over there by the other peppers. And this is that Big Jim chili pepper. This morning I started seeing more peppers. I'm like, yes, give me more. These are so delicious. I love how they taste. There's some marigolds I planted in here. And then My mango tree, I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. Sowed this mango seed indoors on 4/3, and then I put it out here. I transplanted it into my garden on 4/17. This thing germinated so fast indoors, and then I started getting worried that it would not do so well in the heat. So I took it inside for a little while, and then I noticed the leaves they just looked like they weren't happy indoors. As soon as I brought it back outside, look at this new growth on my mango tree. Oh my gosh. I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave you outside. I'm just gonna make sure to keep it in this shade. So that's why I have all my tomatoes right here, and you know, a couple of plants right here on these tables, because this side of my garden will get shade first before that side. So I wanted to protect them by bringing them over here. And I think this mango tree will do fine here for summer. I'll just keep an eye on it, but look at all the new growth I just got. I was super shocked. And it's been getting some rainwater. There's the 2 eggplants that I sowed yesterday. Here's some bell peppers that I started from seed. And there is my this is new to the garden, a little bit. I got it on 5/13. It's an Echinacea cactus, also known as the rainbow cactus. It is the cutest cactus. It does give you these cute little ears. Mine's fell off, but I'm hoping that they come back. So I'll let y'all see it if they come back. I'll make sure you guys can get a good look. And then the last thing is my lemon tree. My lemon tree has been getting beat by the sun, so I'm gonna take this baby indoors until the end of summer. So that's gonna be all for my garden tour. It feels good this morning, but as soon as that sun come out strong, it ain't gonna feel good. Before I get off of the video, I do want to just share a few things. I just like to be transparent. This is my 5th year gardening here in the desert, and this year I would say, like, last year 2024 and 25 were like the best years of gardening for me. I'm still making mistakes though, and a lot of master gardeners, y'all, they tell me this all the time on TikTok. They're like, don't worry, it's a learning process. There's gonna be trials and errors, but we learn as we grow, right? Like, we learn as we get older, and we're gonna learn as we grow in the garden. So a few things that I did do that I shouldn't have done this year was pulling plants up too early and planting plants and my transplants out in the garden late. Sometimes you think like, well, I think the weather is too cold. I don't think that these tomato seedlings are gonna survive. We don't get, our desert temperatures are not the same like everybody else. These desert temperatures are teaching me, especially this year, it taught me that I can plant all year here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I can't plant, like, you know, fall and winter crops in summertime, and I can't plant summertime crops in wintertime, but I've seen some Arizona gardeners who are growing tomatoes in December. What? How are you doing that? So I'm just gonna, you never know, I'll just give it a go and see. I know that tomatoes and peppers don't like cold weather, so that's why I'm always like, I'm not gonna put my transplants out yet. It's too early, it's too cold. But my last frost date for me here in Zone 9B in the low desert of Arizona is February 9th. So I could have been putting my tomatoes, my peppers, everything I could have been bringing out of the greenhouse after February, because our last frost is February. So once your last frost passed to get ready for spring and summer, these keep fogging up because I'm a little sweaty. Then you want to put your transplants out. Once your last frost has passed, you want to start setting out your transplants. So I grew this beautiful zucchini squash from seed soil, friends. And I pulled it way too early. I did plant the seeds. I feel like I planted my seeds a little late too. I think I sowed my zucchini seeds in March or April. I think March. And oh my gosh, I was getting these beautiful zucchinis on them. And then I pulled the plant way before the end of May. I should have allowed that zucchini to grow until May, until June 1st. That's when I should have pulled my zucchini plant. But I did get 2 decent sized zucchinis, and then the rest of them were little babies because I pulled them. I pulled the plant. I was like, it's not gonna survive. I kept telling myself, it's not gonna survive. It's not gonna survive. And one of my soil friends, she was like, no, why did you pull it so early? She was like feeling some type of way. She's like, you shouldn't have pulled it early. And I was like, you're right, I shouldn't have. But it's a learning process. And now I know I'm going to allow my plants to, I need my glasses. The sun isn't out, but you know, people who wear glasses, we need our glasses. Oh, that feels so much better. So, soil friends, if you take anything from this garden tour and chat with me today, don't pull your plants early. Let them go through. If your seeds tell you, you know, you can plant this from this month to this month, let them, you know, just continue to grow. So I was ahead of myself, but I was also late with my transplant. So I promise y'all, my fall season for 2025, if I'm still here on this earth, it's gonna be on and popping, okay? It's gonna be on and popping, because now I think I finally got the hang of gardening. Like, this is my 5th year, and I think it's starting to click. Especially with fertilizing. One of my soil sisters, the fairy garden mother, you can find her on TikTok. She, oh my gosh, her garden is just like amazingly beautiful. It's just so lush, and it's because her soil has developed, for one, and also her fertilizing the garden. You can tell she's doing what she's supposed to be doing in the garden. So, you know, she put me on game about fertilizing. So when our plants are young, like, let's look at this pepper plant, for example. I'm gonna grab it. They're young like this. You started your seeds and they're babies. That's when you want to give them like a lot of nitrogen. You want to give them more nitrogen versus phosphorus and potassium. So beginner gardeners, take these tips from me. It's gonna help you, I promise you. So nitrogen is gonna be to focus on growing the green before the flowers, right? We want to get a lot of green so it can give you lots of flowers everywhere. Then when it starts to flower and you see fruits coming out, that's when you want to start giving it more phosphorus and more potassium and things like that. So I haven't been fertilizing, right? And I'm just being honest with y'all. I have not been fertilizing the garden correctly. I have been giving them like banana water, watermelon water, and then I had Miracle-Gro and my fish fertilizer that had an NPK of 511. So that one only focused on nitrogen. So now I have the 0-10-10, and I'm like, praise you, Jesus. I have a 4-4-4, which I give my tomatoes. And then I have, I plant that in my tomato hole, like when I'm putting in my transplants. But I don't have like any more earthworm cases right now due to budgeting and financial, problems. I've made my own compost though. I have 2 big compost bins in the back, and I've also made fertilizer using this. Let me show you an example. Just using, you guys, if you don't have money to get fertilizer, guys and ladies, this thing already stank. I'm gonna take it to the back. It's been sitting and collecting rainwater a little bit, but I've also been throwing, like, I would go and prune plant or, pull up old plants, and I would throw them in there. That's one way you can make fertilizer. I learned this from TikTok, from my soil friends. So you can make fertilizer that way. I have a thing in the back too. Maybe I can let y'all see what I'm talking about. Let's go look in the back. Let's go in the back. Show y'all where I keep my compost. So I have 2 things of compost. This is where I throw all my kitchen scraps. I throw all my kitchen scraps in here. Old soil. I put old soil in there from the garden. This is one of the fertilizer little buckets I made with just plants. And then this is my other one. I'm gonna give them some water actually, so let me take these off. I'm gonna give them some water, but I did have earthworms. I put over 60 earthworms in here. Let's see. Normally I have on gloves when I'm dealing with this compost, but I don't have on gloves right now. But these are the 2 that I use for my compost. I want y'all to see if we can find. I want to see if my earthworms are still doing good, honestly. Because I threw a lot of stuff in here. I'm just going to leave it alone. I'll leave it alone and give it some water. So, yeah, when you make this fertilizer, y'all, with just your plants and water, it's gonna start smelling like fish fertilizer. It stinks. So put on gloves when you're dealing with it. Yeah, this is compost. So yeah, I hope these tips can help you garden. I know that's, it might seem like a lot, but reach out to gardeners, follow gardeners and farmers, and, they'll teach you how to grow food. And you can teach yourself too. I did a lot of research over these last 5 years, and I still continue to do it. I'm always going online to research something about a plant or something related to gardening. So if you enjoyed this video with me just sharing some tips, leave me a like, subscribe, click on that notification bell that will be at the top of my channel so you're notified when I post more videos. And go garden, soil friends. I'll see y'all on the next video. Peace and blessings.